Hi, everybody. I'm John Finn, and as you can probably tell, I have a little bit of a confession to make. I was at Target, like you do, hunting toys, and I was looking for, of course, Masters of the Universe and WWE toys. They did not have a great selection of either of those. They had, they had some stuff, but it was mostly stuff that I had or just wasn't interested in when it comes to the wrestling stuff. But, I was like, all right, well, cool. And I glanced at one of the end caps and saw Hurricane on sale for like $10. I was like, oh, okay, let's take a look at this shelf and this end cap. They had a lot of clearance. And, well, they had all of these Marvel Legends figures on sale for $6.89 a piece. That's so far below what my initial, buy-in cost would be in terms of what price would I be willing to start collecting these at. This is well below that, and I was able to get these 5 figures for just $37. So yeah, that's a thing now. We're going to take a quick look at all of these. I'm going to open them all off camera. We're going to get them all set up. Come back, do a quick review of them just to get an idea of what they're like. Because I've only done one other Marvel Legends unboxing and review. It was actually a scale comparison to look at how it compared to my WWE figures. I might get that guy out. It was Tony Stark, just to do a little bit of comparing there. But let's get these guys open first, and then we'll take a closer look. Okay, that took a damn hot minute. But as you can see, we have all of our folks out of their package and lined up. You can see down here at the bottom all the little accessories that they come with. Most of them came with 2 extra hand sculpts and a piece for a Build-A-Figure. These 3 came with pieces to build Gilgamesh from the Eternals. Icarus did not come with any Build-A-Piece parts. I found that to be interesting. And Cyclops here on the end came with the Colossus leg from the Build-A-Figure for the Age of Apocalypse line. Okay, so a few things I noticed right out of the bat. One, they got some great detail. They have some really good articulation. For the most part, the articulation wasn't too tight. It wasn't too loose. It was easy to manipulate, but keeps its pose pretty easily. The details on the costumes, especially the Eternals, are phenomenal. Let's take a closer look here. Whoop. Yeah, she's had a little bit of a problem. So I really wanted her to give her that 12th Doctor pose. But you can see the details in these costumes are just really well done. They've got some nice overlapping features that doesn't affect their posability at all. This one, the only thing that this one actually does have a little bit of a limited posability because of the skirt that kind of comes down and limits the way you can move his legs. But it does, in certain poses, kind of help him to maintain the pose that you do put him in. And now that I say that, he's probably never going to stand for the rest of this video. So yeah. You just gonna have to lay down, brother? That's okay, dude. It really is, dude. I understand. Sometimes I just gotta lay down, too. Sometimes that's all you can do. Alright, I think I'm just gonna stand this guy up straight because I am clearly not having an easy time just posing this guy. So let's just see if we get him. Another problem is the surface they're standing on isn't exactly even because it's got a little bit of tape underneath it. But yeah, each one of them has pretty dang good detail, pretty dang good paint detail, not a lot of overlap or anything like that. The faces look pretty lifelike. The hair looks good. Doesn't get, oh goodness, doesn't really get too in the way of their posing. It comes off of her, apparently. I didn't know that. Oh goodness, stand for me, girly. Okay, cool. I think I like Icarus's design overall most of all. I really like the gold and blue. I think it's a cool look. Yeah, I dig that. He also comes with an extra head sculpt that I really like. It shows him kind of powering up his laser eyes. That's a cool thing if you are into that, I mean, any extra parts is icing on the cake, in my opinion. I am never going to get these people to stand again. The last one in the group, let's see. I think she's holding him up. Yep. Wow. Here we go. Okay. Now, the last one you'll see here is Cyclops. Had a lot of problems getting this guy standing up because the feet, the forward and back rockers were really stuck, and they're very strong ratchets. So it's hard to get any kind of middle ground between its forward and back positions. It just likes to click into these positions that aren't really there. He's got some good detail. He's much more comic book-like than the other four that we're looking at today, because this one is inspired by the comic book look of Cyclops during the Age of Apocalypse, which is probably my favorite 90s storyline. I think they did a lot of fun things with that. Got some cool armor detail, really bright colors compared to the others, whose colors are a little bit more muted. And he also has the more traditional ab crunch here, where the Eternal figures, come on, Scott, there we go, have the more modern torso articulation. I don't even know what else to call it, that we see in like the Masterverse line and things like that, where he's much more like a WWE elite figure. I'm going to see if I can find my Tony Stark real quick so we can do a quick comparison of the scales. As you can see here, Tony Hawk is much more in scale with these guys than he was with the WWE figures, which is to be expected. They are from different manufacturers and they're different toy lines completely, so there's no reason that we should expect them to be in scale. But just in case you were curious, to give you an idea, I'm going to grab a WWE figure real quick. Alright, so I got none other than former United States champion Apollo Crews. I just give you an idea of how big he is compared to the rest of these guys. He kind of towers over them, literally head and shoulders taller than the rest of the dudes here. So yeah, they aren't in scale with each other. And if you were curious about how the Masterverse looks amongst these guys, it's even more stark. You get it, stark. And here is Moss Man. Barely fits in the frame. Just cleaning house. So yeah, that gives you an idea of how the scales compare on these guys. Really cool. And there you have it for this unboxing, review, and confession. We have finally, inevitably arrived, probably, at the Marvel Legends collection. We started with 4 figures from the Eternals line and 1 from the Age of Apocalypse line. These were on sale for $6.89 a piece. How could I turn it down? I couldn't. That's the answer. That's why. Hope this gives you an idea of whether or not this is a line you might want to get into, and gives you some ideas how it compares in terms of scale to other toy lines. And if you like this, if you enjoy my content, please please subscribe. I'm trying to reach 250 subscribers by the end of 2022, and you can really help by giving me a like and subscribe. Until next time, keep collecting the way you like to collect, whether that's keeping your figures mock or opening them for display or for play, however you like to do it. It's the best way to do it. I'm Jonathan. I'm out.